Hello guys and welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. We have reached the ultimate crunch games for Spain. Everything is on the line now. It is time to step up and make a big statement for the national team. It starts here with Switzerland versus Spain. Welcome to my match preview for what is a massive week for Spain. It's a huge game tomorrow evening. It all starts here. We need something. Yes, that is right, because tomorrow evening at 7:45 PM UK time over in Basel, Switzerland, Spain will be facing the first of two absolutely huge games for our nation, and it is absolutely time to get results in. We have to get the right ones. Everything's on the line in our Nations League group. It's as simple as that, Yes, we're on top, but this is the current situation, as you guys can see on our screen. We've got some fixtures coming up, which I'll also be showing you guys in just a moment. And this is what remains, basically. This is the situation. Spain have to win these games. We really do. I believe a win against Switzerland and a draw against Germany will put us through. So there we go, guys. That's what's on the line. We know we've got this one in our hands, but it is going to be so hard. Away to Switzerland, at home to Germany. It all comes down to this. So let's get cracking. And let's actually start with Switzerland here, our opposition. I think it's fair to say that Switzerland are a strong nation. It's as simple as that, I think. Look, they're not on a good run of form right now. They haven't actually won a game since November. And they actually find themselves bottom of our current Nations League group. But having said that, remember last Nations League, Switzerland topped it. They got a massive result against Belgium, 5-2 on the final day. So I think we all know about Switzerland's ability. We really do. And yes, they don't come into this game on top form. They really don't. That's absolutely for sure. But I think Spain should really know what we're getting into here. We know what sort of a game this is going to be. Switzerland are a strong nation. They did really well against us, I thought, in the reverse fixture. Maybe our hardest game so far. I thought they really took the stuffing out of us, and we managed to scramble a 1-0 win over the line there, which was a big win. But they look good, Switzerland, and I know they're struggling right now, but I think it is the sort of team, it's the sort of game that we really hate. We don't like playing these sorts of games away from home. It is a sort of match that you'd think in the national team over the last 6-7 years. It's the sort of match we usually failed in. So look, they will come in here with a fighting spirit. They've got little to lose. They don't want to be relegated from pot 1 of the Nations League, if you like. So they will be coming here to win. I think they'll also be feeling they can definitely hurt Spain. They've got a lot of their key players coming back in. The likes of Shaqiri will be there. Their defence also is looking a lot stronger than when we last faced them. So I think Switzerland, look, they're a top nation is what we need to remember. They're going to make things hard for us. It's a sort of away game we really don't like. And I'm expecting a good performance from the Swiss. And if we move on to just how Switzerland could be lining up tomorrow evening, this is what I've gone for, and it's actually what you'd say is a full-strength Switzerland team is what I would say. You've got Sommer in goal, Widmann, Rodriguez in the fullback areas, Elvedi and Akanji in the back, really strong midfield of Zuba, Xhaka, Freuler, and also Shaqiri, and up front, Seferovic and Mbola. They also got, I think, Garinovic on the bench, who scored recently, or who got involved in a goal against Belgium. And look, Switzerland have got a good team. It's a good base, that is, for a national team. It's not bad at all, and I think they know each other quite well. The coach has been there for a numerous amount of time now, so Switzerland, for me, look quite strong coming into this game. They've got a good base there. They'll make things hard for us. I think if they want to suck up pressure, they definitely will, and I don't think they're scared to attack us, which could either play in our favour or go against us, because we don't look that good defensively, especially in the fullback areas, which I'll be getting onto when I talk about ourselves. And I think, look, if Switzerland get at us, they probably will have some joy. The only positive about that is they'll leave gaps down the other end, and we know that Spain much prefer to play an open game than one where having to play against 11 men behind the ball. If Switzerland do that, if they play the right sort of game, they'll fancy themselves, and they think that they'll have every chance of winning this game. And let's move on to ourselves then, and well, you come into this thinking as a Spain fan of how big of a game this is, and that's the sort of match that I'm expecting here. I come into this one now with little confidence, simply because of how things have gone for us in the last few years, and I really come in here just praying, begging for a win here, because it does put us in a great position to qualify for the Nations League finals. Victory tomorrow evening away to Switzerland would not only be a statement, but it would be a really important win to get us through the Nations League. And look, I know it's the Nations League, it's not the be-all end-all, of course, of international football or of anything really, but I think as a Spain fan, with how much we've suffered in the last couple of years, last 6-7 years even, this will be a good statement. It will be a really good win, a good moment to get us back in that sort of picture in terms of the top national teams. We're slowly getting there, in my opinion. The base of our team is there. We're looking good system-wise. We've got a good coach, a determined group of players. But now it's time to step up. Yes, we're missing good players, but I just need this team to put in a proper performance. We need to see a real good attitude here, the right players on that pitch. And then if we get that, there's no reason why we don't win this game. Absolutely no reason. We've got the quality. We just need to play with that hunger, and I'm hoping Luis Enrique will be drilling that into the players. He knows this is an important game, because look, we failed at this stage before. Make no mistake about this. We were in a great position last Nations League. We lost our last two games, both 3-2. in really bad circumstances. We've seen it all before with Spain. The national team, last, like I say, 6-7 years, hasn't been pretty stuff. So this is a huge fixture. It really is. If you want to be able to consider yourself a top nation, put yourself out there, we've got to play these games at the top of our ability. Switzerland away, Germany at home. Doesn't get bigger than this for Spain right now. Let's see if we can win it. And on to lineup then, which is going to be so key for tomorrow's game. And Luis Enrique, I think, did a right thing in rotating massively against Netherlands midweek. We got a fine result. We played some good stuff. We gave some debuts out. Now it's back to business. This is what I want to see, really. I'm open to changes in a few areas. That De Gea, for me, has to start in goal. We're not blessed with goalkeeping options right now, but for me, you know, he can't really be replaced right now. Right back is an issue. We've got Sergio Roberto there, which for me has to be done over Bellerin. If we're being serious about doing anything or qualifying, I would have to go for that. Over at left back here, I've gone for Reguilon. A little bit of a shame. I would have loved Gaia to play. We've actually also called Marco Curella, but I don't think he's going to be getting anywhere near the team. He's just there as a precaution. But Gaia had to come off injured with a bad head cut against Netherlands, so I'd expect Reguilon to start. And look, looking at both Sergio Roberto and Reguilon, we actually need to see a proper defensive performance from them. They can't be leaving gaps in behind because they will expose the centre-backs. And going the other way, let's see if they can get some good balls into the box. In the heart of defence, you fully expect Ramos and Pau Torres to be there. What I'm so happy about is that the fact that that is now a partnership for Spain. That's actually what we go with for big games now, so that's really good. I'm looking for a top performance from those two again. In midfield, Busquets will be coming back in. I think this is his sort of game. It's a massive one. There is a lot of high stakes right now. We need a good performance from Bussi. And next to him, I've gone for Fabian Ruiz and Mikel Merino. This is definitely up for debate. I think a lot of people will have a lot of different opinions on this, but I think this is what I'd go for. I'm a big fan of Merino. Busquets I put in there for these sorts of games, also because Rodri played midweek, so you'd expect Busquets to play anyway. And then Fabian Ruiz, who doesn't really play that well for Napoli, but for Spain, he has a wand of a left foot on him, and he's the sort of guy in this sort of fixture who can score a goal from outside the box, who can, you know, disrupt the opposition, and I think I'd have him in there next to Merino. Look, I'd be open to someone like Coquen there. I thought he had a really good game. Even Canales, for me, played really well. I actually liked our midfield against Netherlands, but if we want to fully change it, I think that's the one we'd go for. And up front, this is what I'd go for also. I've gone for Ferran Torres on the right, Oyarzabal on the left, and Alvaro Morata down the middle. This is what I would go for. Gerard Moreno played the full 90 minutes against Netherlands, so that tells me he's not going to play this one, but you honestly never know with Luis Enrique. Also, watch out for the likes of Dani Olmo. I think will definitely be knocking on the door for this game. I will not be surprised to see him starting one bit, but this is a team I'd go for. Like I said, open to a few changes, Coque, Canales maybe, even Olmo. But this is kind of what I want to go for. Natural wingers, a tall number 9 up there. Let's see if we can win this game. And on to my prediction, guys. I've gone for Switzerland 1, Spain 2. That is the sort of thing I'm looking for. Any win will do here. But I'll be so disappointed and, quite frankly, just gutted if we mess up another opportunity to do something as a nation. I really will. If I'm coming here tomorrow evening after the game and I'm all down and we just watch another 1-0 loss or a disaster from Spain where we conceded 3 or 4 goals or something like that, it would just be so typical. And I am just hoping that we see something from Spain. We don't know what we're going to see, but look, the team I've just gone through there is definitely strong enough. All I say is get the victory, guys. We want to see what you guys can do out there. And of course, I'll be here tomorrow evening with a review for that game. So please subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're ready for that one because it will be an interesting one. So much would have been discovered after that game. Everything will be in the balance then. And of course, Germany are playing Ukraine. You'd expect them to get a victory. What we want really is for it all to come down to the final day and for us to be in a position when we know, as long as we don't lose to Germany, we'll be in the Nations League finals. That's what we want. That can only happen really with a win tomorrow evening against Switzerland. So that's what we're going for. Let's get this big 3 points. Please, Spain, prove us all wrong. Get a big victory. Turn some heads. Let's see what we can do.